Is cochlear implant the best solution? The photos that I posted online are my artwork about the cochlear implant. I got the surgery when I was 10 years old and have severely struggled with the implant for many years because I've always had to accommodate the hearing world. It wasn't easy because technology is never perfect and many people assumed that I would automatically gain the ability to navigate. This video is about some of my challenges based on real life experiences with truth and transparency. It's important for me to share what I've discovered, to remove assumptions and challenge society norms to understand cultural genocide of the deaf community. The aim is to seek equality in our experience. My name is Landon Krentz, and this is my name sign. I grew up in a small town in Saskatchewan with no exposure to deaf culture and community. It was very empty. There was no sign language, and I was discouraged to sign in elementary and high school. Ironically, I grew up with two deaf Indigenous kids who had access to an ASL English interpreter. Meanwhile, it was forbidden for me to learn ASL, considering that I was meant to be deaf and oral. The ability to lip read is exhausting and lonesome. There was a fear that if I had learned sign language, my ability to use English would deteriorate. Another irony I discovered was I learned Indigenous Sign Language through the two deaf children that I had exposure to. One of them was my classmate, and another was a grade higher than me. I interacted with them on a daily basis, but they didn't get along with each other due to their cultural barriers. I had to learn to mediate my relationships with them. Anyway, I had to keep my knowledge of sign language a secret. I remember that I had to hide in a corner during recess in order to have a conversation in sign language. If I were ever caught using sign language in classrooms, under a table, or anything that was public, I would get busted and get into all kinds of trouble because of the accessibility barriers. I moved to Vancouver, BC, because I had such a thirst for inclusion within the deaf community. I was curious, active, and motivated. One of the learning opportunities that I faced was that the deaf community saw how poorly I communicated in sign language and how much I hesitated. I wasn't allowed to participate in deaf-related events, therefore I experienced even more isolation. It had really impacted me. I realized their perspective because of their value and philosophy around what's appropriate before emerging within the community and other opportunities. Now I've earned my rite of passage by improving my language and have found my deaf identity late in my life. I've gained a sense of self-confidence and pride. I notice that there's a significant gap in deaf identities within both the deaf community and the hearing communities. They don't really have a relationship with each other. My aim with my self-portrait projects is to raise awareness around the gaps and how to drive conversation over social media. I wanted to reach out to many communities as possible to open this dialogue around this issue. Why isn't this conversation happening after this many generations? There are still many gaps with the cochlear implant, sign language, the deaf community, and hearing people. Ever since I started my project, it went viral. I was shocked and overwhelmed by all the responses from around the world. I really valued that a lot. I believe that art is a vehicle to have conversations, and it has the power to change the world.